And here we go, heading straight into the action. No breaks. Well, aside from the one we just took. Jackal getting picked out by Kennesaw.
No game audio.
They're going to essentially get pretty free picks because Jackal's gone. What are we going to see?
So, Jackal, default ban.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's gonna be Thatcher or maybe even Blackbeard.
Blackbeard getting banned on Coastline would be a big one because he's so strong on these angles that are all over here. Thatcher getting banned out by St. Clair though. I don't want to see Blackbeard get banned. He's such a fun operator to watch. But if he does get banned, it's you know, it makes sense. He can't get banned.
There is a lot of windows.
Yeah, he can't get banned now because the attackers have both got.
Yeah. And there goes the Echo. And I have a feeling
Mira maybe.
Yeah, possibly Mira.
Yeah, Mira would be my bet.
Mira, maybe another Intel op like Valkyrie or Maestro.
Mira on the wall. You're not in the game. Psych.
Valkyrie.
Yes, you are. Valkyrie's not.
Valkyrie. So, essentially, a lot of intel taken out of the game with the Jackal for the footsie scans and the Echo and Valkyrie for the cameras. And that's a lot of intel that could have been used. So, it's going to be left down to pretty much the drones.
It looks like we have a substitution coming in for Kennesaw State. Sphinx coming in, subbing out for I'm trying to remember who the person was. There was so many big plays.
Yeah, I can't remember. I just remember DDG and Scott because those were the easiest ones to remember. But everybody else, you know, everybody's essentially the ones that you make the team for a reason. You're on the team. You're a good pick for the team. So.
And we see Blackbeard coming out for JM Beast. Like we said on why he would get banned out, he is such a strong operator for the attack on this map. So many windows to peek through, and that shield gets you such an advantage in those headshot battles.
Yeah, you know, 2 to 3 bullets depending on the gun for the shield to break is crucial because those 2 to 3 bullets, like I say all the time, could be your death.
I'm actually curious on this substitution because if maybe they have a substitute for the map, like who learns the map, that would be pretty cool to see coming out in this league. A team that has a sub for certain maps would be pretty smart to have.
It does make sense. You know, some people aren't very strong on some maps, and so if you need to sub them out for certain maps, you can.
You see a lot of that happen in some pro leagues on different esports, but I don't think I've seen that happen in Rainbow Six yet.
I have not either. And as you can see, Imagine is going to do a penthouse push, breaking the hatch into bathroom, just do small little peeks, anything, catching anything, rotating, anything like that. And so essentially right now is just a time for intel, time for droning, trying to push out the roamers, and then you make your push. But
Kennesaw State is, they are holding that kitchen bathroom kind of bomb site holds. Very odd in my opinion for the first typical hold. You usually see billiards and hookah coming out first, but you know, preference is preference.
Yeah,
and
everybody
let's see how Kennesaw tends to hold this one. This is a site that St. Clair did have trouble pushing in the last couple weeks. Imagine with the wallbang on Sphinx. Hello, goodbye, substitute. And that, you know, he played in the game, and so far, I was excited to see him play, so it's kind of sad to see him go early in the round, but advantage.
Shame on you, Imagine. We wanted to see him play.
Yeah.
But, you know, good job. You got the kill.
Yeah. So
either way, it's
advantage to St. Clair. You know, just have to see what Sphinx has to bring next round.
Yeah, so with St. Clair up a man. They're going to pop this Maestro and Kit. Oh, just misses. So that's another zap that Doozy doesn't have.
And actually, there's a character that just let that Twitch drone walk in.
I believe it was Maestro on his cam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Scott taking out Miss Nautica. So even on both sides, 4v4 situation. Doozy didn't actually see the Maestro there. DDG taking out Imagine. Rapid refragging on Nam though. So we're seeing a 3v3 right away, but Rapid is very weak right now. What I was trying to say before is when he was on that Twitch drone, Doozy did not see that Maestro. So hopefully they can figure out that he's there in time to pick him. Beast on that nasty upside down grapple that we usually see him hold when he plays this character.
Yeah, so the upside down repel on...
Ooh, Doozy gets taken out by that bottom little peak hole that Maestro made. And he's going for another shot, but he doesn't get it. He goes for the peak on the other side, but he's getting a little bit back up from his teammate. Oh my, and he gets, I don't think that was actually a team down, but Beast shooting Rapid, and he was put into such a bad position there. Just one by one, St. Clair walked in, and one by one, St. Clair fell.
Yeah, and you know it's hard to have a push successful without, you know, walking in separate. Essentially, you have to walk in one by one, but you don't want to walk in one by one into pre-fires. And that's not what, you know, they didn't walk into pre-fires, but they knew everybody was pushing through that door, so everybody was going to peek that angle. And yeah, so every angle is being peeked. It's hard to push through that door.
It looks like we have a similar comps coming out from both teams, and they're holding Hookah Lounge this time, so it's pretty much a more kind of typical hold you're gonna see. This is the standard site you can see teams pick.
Yeah, so this is usually the site that you see first, but in this sense it is the second site. So we'll see how well they hold this site. And if they do as well as they did on Kitchen, they'll hold it pretty well.
And it looks like they have a few roamer kind of characters, so we're gonna possibly see some roaming come out. Legion, usually I see him tend to hold those cool vibe stairs.
Yeah, so essentially that's where he would play, or anywhere in Sunrise area, like a close roam.
Yeah,
but Jaeger
close to home.
Yeah, Jaeger tends to be further away from sight.
But Legion actually walking very far from sight. Not looks like a lot of characters are far from sight. We got 2 on site, 3 roaming.
So it looked like everybody kind of rotated and jumped around and went downstairs, went back up, but we'll see how many roamers as they drone out are actually on the map. And I believe I saw someone sitting in Kitchen.
I think that was the Legion that's actually sitting over in Kitchen.
Yeah. So missing all his shots.
Imagine getting some sights on a character, gets the shots off, but Legion gets out, makes it into the stairs with little to no health. Oh my god, that's like 0.5.
Yeah, he has like 1 health, if that. And so imagine just going to hold angles anywhere he can. Okay, so now it isn't Klein's side. It's actually we see what he saw. So,
and it's kind of looks the way they're holding that they do. It seems like they have the knowledge that somebody is in Sunset.
Yeah, you know, there is usually someone playing in Sunrise. So we'll see how well they push this operator out, and just slow peeking, pushing from behind every angle that they can.
Oh, Legion.
Waiting for peeks anywhere.
Legion, don't stick your head out a little bit. Somebody might blow on you. Miss Nautica taking out Sphinx though, so that is the Sunrise player out of play. And that's Sunrise hold to St. Clair, and they're gonna start pushing in.
Now with DDG with so low health, it's going to be hard. Any really bullet can kill him. He's only 1 health. And so even with bucking from below, if he accidentally hits that Legion, he's either going to get downed or he's going to die. So Maestro playing inside of Aquarium.
Oh, and Maestro gets picked
killed.
by Doozy. What a peek. It looks like he was ready for that Maestro to push out. But if you remember playback, oh my god, the team kill from JMB's. He picks Duzzy. Whoa, nice headshot though.
Yeah, it was a nice flick, but you know, I see JMB do that a little bit too much. It's one of those things where miscommunication and nerves, you know, it's hard sometimes. You see someone, you just want to kill them. So.
30 seconds left for St. Clair. Scott takes out Rapid, refragged by Miss Nautica. So St. Clair at a 3v2 with 15 seconds left. They're gonna have to start pushing sooner or later. JMB's taking out DDG, 3v1. Diffuser's down though. Diffuser's down. Does he know Diffuser's down? He doesn't actually have to peek. He's not gonna peek.
It's not gonna get the plant down. It is gonna go to a 2-0 deficit for St. Clair.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
That was nuts. I can't believe that was just crazy miscommunication from St. Clair, and that should have been their round, but you hate to see it, but it happens.
Yeah, it does happen. It's unfortunate, but there is times where it does happen. And so with that being said, they are going to go up 2-0, so there is really essentially only going to be one more site that they have to play before the rotation goes, and they can play that kitchen service area again, or they can just kitchen service area unlocks, so they can play that again after this round. So we'll see how well they do on this hold, coming out with some more roamers. So I feel like this is going to be a roam heavy site to hold.
I didn't expect them to make that 6 pick, because since they're holding Penthouse, Mira is actually quite a good character to have on that site.
Yeah, it is, you know, debatable, because if you don't have a hard hold on those main stairs, anybody can just walk up behind and pop any Mira. So it is going to be hard for them to hold those Miras. But essentially, she is a good operator to use on this site.
Will St. Clair bounce back and put themselves on the board, or is Kennesaw State gonna go up 3-0?
So essentially, almost the same operators that we see every round. The Maestro, Jaeger, and Mozzie we've seen a lot of, but the Mute in Pulse haven't really been played too much. I've seen a lot of Mute on this map, but we'll see how well they hold. And VIP wall isn't reinforced.
Really, that's very weird to see coming out.
So
on the
with
defense.
the soft breach that St. Clair has, we'll see how well they push into this site and how fast they can take it.
And it looks like they're gonna speed it up a little, considering they did just lose by time. It's they don't want to probably have a repeat from last round, so we're gonna see the quick push come in.
Yeah, so as you can see, there is, I believe, a Jaeger playing inside of kitchen, and he's going to be peeked by every different angle possible. And IQ calling out any intel she sees. Buck's just going to hold that long angle for any rotates. So now, again, with that wall being soft, is that a strat, or do you think they just forgot to reinforce it?
I think they forgot to reinforce it, because there's no way that leaving that open is a strat. That's just such a crucial wall to have closed.
Yeah, and
unless they know something we don't, you know?
Yeah. Doozy popping another Maestro cam, third round in a row, destroying those Maestro cams, and imagine getting snagged by a drone, Mozzie Pest, and so
I'm pretty sure he did drone out that character though before he. So they did see someone.
Yeah,
JM Beast going on that upside down rappel. You know, that dirty angle that Blackbeard tends to have.
Yeah, and you know, contesting the Blackbeard is going to be a little hard to do, but if you do it right, you can do it well. And as you can see, Rapid going down inside of VIP, getting peeked by the Maestro and killed. So Mozzie just sitting on the other end of this IQ, and DDG going down, or sorry, Duzzy going down from DDG.
Kennesaw State getting the man advantage early in this round. Crazy to see them picking it up. They went down so fast, so many times. That's Mozzie though getting refragged by JM Beast. Little kind of caught out of position, so that's only a one-man advantage.
Imagine is on site trying to wallbang this smoke, or sorry, mute, and he's gonna go for the grenade. Miss Nautica picking up a kill on.
But we have 11 seconds left. Are they gonna plant the defuse? Miss Nautica drops the diffuser. Imagine going for shots. Does he have the diffuser? They don't have diffuser in hand. They got 3 seconds to. They don't have time. That's 3 free rounds basically Kennesaw has got from time. They're just doing so well to get St. Clair out of like the safe plant position, and just dropping the diffuser so often.
Yeah, as you can see, Rapid kind of dropped it in VIP, and no one rotated back to pick it up unless they did and got fragged and dropped it somewhere else. But
somebody was
on site for a fairly long time, and not getting that plant down was very, very crucial.
Well, they I'm pretty sure they went for the plant, but were taken out mid plant.
Yeah,
and that was just, there was no time. That's 3 rounds in the past 2 games, and this is early. That time has been such a crucial factor to Kennesaw taking the lead.
Yeah, and for those watching at home and don't really know too much about R6 and saw the diffuser about to go down, but it didn't fully go down yet, you are able to plant with 0 seconds left, and it'll keep diffusing until you're done the diffuse or get killed off. But in this case, they started the diffuse with less than a second. So it went down to 0, 0, 0, and the game doesn't actually let you plant at that time. You have to plant at least at 1 second. So it kind of just cancels off the plant, saying, you were too late.
And right back on the repeat. They held all 3 sites, and they're right back where they started. Let's see if Kennesaw State can have a repeat from round 1 and go up 4-0, or will we see St. Clair bounce back and take their first round of the map? What do you want to see them do this time?
Well, essentially, I do want to see them bounce back and take their first win of this map. But in a sense, they are down 3-0, which means Kennesaw State is very, very good on their defense, winning 3 straight on 3 sites.
Is there something you want to see St. Clair change up? Anything?
Their pushes. They are pushing way, or they're not pushing way too slow, but they're dropping diffuser somewhere where there's nobody to refrag the diffuser drop.
There's Imagine opening up the roof for his fellow teammate to drop down in, and looks like they're going to kill any roamers that are up top. I think there's one over in Billiards that I can see.
Yeah, it did look like there was one in Billiards, or for some people who want to call it pool table. It all works. And so he's going to try and wallbang. So there was a Mozzie drone watching.
Yeah, it seems like... Rapid takes out Scott. I don't know if that was the player in hookah or in Billiards, but Nam refrags on Miss Nautica, so we're at even health. And here we go. We have the Maestro holding this angle again. That was such a destructive angle to hold for Kennesaw. He got, I think, 3 frags first round.
Yeah, so Maestro just still going to hold his little spot. And Imagine playing above, holding any rotate angle that is possible, and Smoke taking a little bit of damage. Now, I'm going to say it again. Isn't crucial right now, but late game it will be.
And there's Imagine ripping off the head of Exsurance. So that is the Maestro down, so that's clear sidelines. They can push into that one through the door, possibly get the plant down, but we're down to less than a minute, and that character is still roaming inside Billiards. They're still stuck in VIP right now.
Yeah, so that roamer in billiards is wasting a lot of time. Not too much because they are able to shoot through the floor and Rapid.
Oh, Rapid, what a
quick peek.
shot. St. Clair Sphinx refrags though on Doozy. Where is this diffuser?
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
So JM Beast with the diffuser trying
DDG
to be pushed in by his team. Imagine taking tons of damage as well as DDG. So essentially they are both down to about 1 shot each. And just wide peeking is Rapid trying to push in, getting down by the smoke. And JM Beast
dropping
planning.
diffuser, but D goes down too, and Kennesaw State takes round 4. They're up 4-0. That is 2 players going down to the smoke to give him that win. That was very frantic by St. Clair that round. They were getting the picks that they wanted, but they were so indecisive to go down to the first floor and defuse. They were taking so much time to just focus on one person. Yes, they need to focus on that one person, but they can't forget that there is a separate objective other than fragging.
You know, they did do an okay job on opening up the floor and getting kills from above, even with that roamer there, as the roamer didn't contest them too much. But now, with that roamer not contesting a lot, caused his teammate to get killed from above. But now they have to push this roamer with 30 seconds left to go, wasting more time. And now they have to push on a site with about 20 to 15 seconds, and it's going to be hard to push that site.
Let's not take away from Kennesaw State, though. They are doing so well on their defense to keep St. Clair in that donut situation of 0-4. I honestly, I was shocked to see. I'm shocked to see them up 4-0 after the game we just saw on Cafe.
Yeah, the Cafe game was really, really close, but this seems right now to be in all of Kennesaw. Ooh,
He
almost.
Scott is down to 1 health. It looks like. Can we see how much? Oh my God, that is a very big misplay coming out for Kennesaw State. And that's not like you're losing a tick of health. That you're losing all your health there. So
yeah, so essentially we can just and Legion looks like he's gonna go for the down.
Maybe they'll down him so he can have a little bit more health.
Yeah, so he's gonna place his reinforcements. Legion standing in a weird spot though. He can get yeah, there he goes. Now, he looked like he tried to run away from it. No, don't do it.
Yeah, wait, they're pushing.
Now he gets 20 health instead of 5.
So it's a little bit better than the situation they had, but that might come to bite them in the end. And Wallbang's almost coming in. That pull's just ducking low.
So slow peeking, wide peeking, and any peek he can get pushing into kitchen gets killed by Miss Nautica.
JM Beast, not Miss Nautica.
Or sorry, JM Beast. Sorry, I called him Miss Nautica because usually.
What a play coming out from JM Beast to get that pick. Who actually, Doozy picking out Scott, but JM Beast actually switched off the Blackbeard this round for the IQ.
Yeah, you know, it's so usual to see him on Blackbeard on this map that, you know, I called out the wrong name, but past that now. So it's a 5v3 situation in St. Clair's favor now. They look so much more comfortable in this situation. Now I don't want to see them push too fast.
Yeah, I don't want to see them push too fast because they have been pushing slow. So maybe with this advantage, they are going to be like a little quick to jump the gun, but they just need to find that equilibrium in between.
Yeah, so I believe it's Doozy going down luggage, peeking all of it he can, and Legion holding a little bit of a peek. And
I don't think it went through, but they have the intel that somebody's there. So Doozy isn't looking that way. He's actually looking towards theater room. Imagine still trying to.
Yeah, imagine not having any skeleton key shots left, and so he can't actually do any more soft destruction. He can only shoot out the floor panels. So Rapid slow peeking into Aquarium as well as Doozy, and
Doozy gets the pick on DDG. 5v2 situation for Kennesaw. We have 40 seconds left. I don't want to see this come down to the last minute. And look, Planter's going down. JMBs takes out Nam, Miss Nautica takes out Sphinx, and St. Clair takes round 5 and their first round in dominant fashion. Flawless. They didn't drop a single player.
Yeah, so that is probably one of the best ways to get your momentum back. Taking that flawless round, saying, you know what, let's step back. What did we do wrong? And they fixed it. They pushed in. They went up 5-1, getting that last kill. Now it is 4-1 in Kennesaw State's favor, but with the momentum now in St. Clair's hands.
You know, let's bring a bit of a bit back from last week. We saw St. Clair almost making that comeback, so maybe they're getting that momentum back. They're getting the feel for their team on Coastline. They just want to kind of slowly climb right back up with a Vigil, though, coming in for instead of Pulse for Kennesaw State.
Both utility is viewable by IQ Scanner, so JM Beast will be able to see Vigil when his little scanner is activated on his IQ scanner, and you know, that's a little bit of intel, but not enough.
And then Kennesaw State, actually, they're holding hookah and billiards again, even though they just lost on it. So essentially, just maybe they think it was a fluke. Maybe they just want to run it back.
Yeah. So when you're up 4-0 and you've won 4 in a row, and you've won this site before, and now you just lose 1, you want to try it again.
Yeah, you definitely want to try it again.
But
Mozzie
now that St. Clair has their momentum and they know that they've won this site before, they might have a different approach.
Yeah, did Mozzie get spot out there? I didn't check. It doesn't look like it, but just threading the needle of the sight lines of St. Clair.
Yeah, it just looked like he was pre-firing the door to shoot it down, see if he can hold any angles. And it just so happened Mozzie was there. So imagine making a push, into
JMB, so in sight, takes out Nam, but it's refragged by DDG on Imagine. Even 4v4 right now. I didn't even see JMB enter. Where did he come in through?
He's in kitchen right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he got the kill on the Mozzie. And
Rapid taking out Scott. Ooh.
Rapid refragging on the Scott. But Rapid's pushing alone with the diffuser. And, you know, if he would have died, that would have been diffuser down, and they would have be able to hold it diffuser wherever he is at. So that's a risky push, but, you know, then again, their comms are something different.
Doozy taking out Extran, and we're seeing it looks to me like we're seeing a different St. Clair coming in approach. We got that 2v4 situation in Kennesaw State. Disadvantage. Rapid droning out some players. Doesn't get around the corner to see that player, but I'm pretty sure they're just going to assume someone's there because they droned everywhere else.
Yeah, that is the default smoke spot. So essentially, if they know that there's a smoke and they can't see anyone else, someone's going to be there. So instead of the smoke, it's going to be the Legion playing there.
Okay. So smoke
is going to be
looking
playing
like he's playing hookah.
Yeah. And so going down to the same push that they had before, but now it's not a 5v1, it's a 4v2. And JMB's trying to wallbang, push anybody he can out of their
Miss
little
Nautica
spots.
opening up sight lines though. The Legion though just tucking himself over into that corner so Miss Nautica can't see him. Goon mines everywhere. St. Clair just can't help but step on him. That's smoke going down though to JMB. Sphinx just getting caught out of position. Diffuser going down. Legion is in such a bad angle. Miss Nautica getting shots off from above, and that's St. Clair taking their second round of the map.
So like I said, you know, that momentum that you gain back even from just winning one round is a lot, and you can just tell that their playstyle has switched up a little. They pushed as a team, except for the one Habana push from Rapid on the refrag was a little bit risky with the diffuser, but essentially he did get the kill, he got his shots off, and they pushed it better than they have this whole game. And to me, it looks like their whole game just shifted.
And one thing I really like to see that I just noticed is St. Clair switched out most of their C4s, or they switched out most of their flashbangs and grenades for claymores. So they're picking up their flanks, which they struggled with a lot in their past games, in the past weeks that they when they would lose a map, it would be because the flank is just taking advantage that they can just roam behind them.
Yeah, so going into the swap now, so we do have St. Clair on defense and Kennesaw State on offense, so on attack. And again, with pretty much identical operators coming out from St. Clair, and I saw you see something in Kennesaw State.
Kennesaw picked the Lion. That is that's a risky pick because Lion isn't as good as he used to be. He is not what he once was.
So for anyone not knowing what he used to be so overpowered. Every time he did his little lion call, it would last really long. If you moved, your whole outline of your body was shown so you could be wall banged. But now it's just a short period of time, and it's just a little ping. It's not a body outline. So he got nerfed a lot. And so essentially it is a good pick for cutting off roams, but then again, it only lasts, I believe it's 2 to 3 seconds. So,
and here we go. We see Sledge opening up the roof for VIP. And we're just seeing a little bit slower kind of push coming out from Kennesaw State. They're just weaving out the roof, like for the top-down positions.
yeah, and again, this is one of those maps that you just want to do a top-down push, and as you can see, Lion holding an angle, and Lion is using the DMR instead of the LMG, and so I believe it is Nam. He does love his 417 DMR. So he was using it on Twitch the last game instead of the F12, and that gun is really
And
good.
here we go. We see the first Lion call coming out, but it gets nothing. And you can really see how much they affected it with how short of a time that lasted.
Yeah, so Zofia and Nomad both trying to take into VIP, but there is going to be a roam presence inside Penthouse. I believe there is someone in VIP, not quite sure. But, you know, cutting off a lot of time with only a minute 20 left to go, and they still haven't entered in VIP, just entering now. So with a minute 10 left and they're only just getting into VIP. Now they've got to peek everything and drone everything. It looks like it's about to come down to the dying seconds.
Yeah, the only kind of aggression we've seen is there's damage taken on Sledge and there's damage taken on Doozy and DDG. So both kind of losing a little bit of health, but everybody else at full health. We see Jaeger. Imagine peeking that. So he knows that there's somebody in there. He's heard a lot of sound cues. Probably understands, calling out to his team that there are footsteps in VIP.
Yeah, and, you know, essentially there's always going to be one person. But when there's 3 people, that's a little bit hard to contest. And IQ holding a tight angle into sight, almost getting JM Beast,
And there we
but
go.
not quite.
Second Lion charge going out. And if I'm not sure, is that the last line? No, he's got one more. That's Sphinx taking out Miss Nautica with that angle at the end. But oh, what a shot coming out from Imagine. Refrag though by Sphinx on JM Beast. So here we go. We got Doozy getting peeked by 2, and he's taken out by that Lion, and Scott taking out Rapid. We're in a 1v4 situation. Imagine has to clutch up. And he can't do it. That is Kennesaw State going up 5-2.
So there was one. Ooh, almost got the TK, but not quite. There was one downed. So it was a 1v3, I believe, situation.
Whoa, that was right down to the wire. Kennesaw State likes to take their time, just like St. Clair likes to take their time.
Yeah, so both these teams taking their time on the pushes, which isn't the best idea, because if Imagine did just sprint into the other bomb site rather than going into hookah, he would have got the diffuser, and killed the person planting, that would have been the round. But essentially, who's gonna sprint past that hallway, not peek in any angles, right?
Yeah, right.
It is what it is, and Kennesaw State goes up 2-5.
And we see a Capitao coming out for Kennesaw.
Locate and defuse bombs.
Kind of like a different approach to it. They want to smoke off some sides and flame off some holds.
Yeah, Capitao is very, very good for flaming off any rotates when you have diffuser down, just to slow down the push on the diffuser, slow down the retake, or even, you know, fire anybody out of corners. And so it's one of those things where you can kill off anchors, holding sight, anything like that.
St. Clair down 5-2 as we go into the round 8. Drone phase is almost over in 2 seconds, and we're gonna see who can take this round. Will St. Clair take the 3rd round, or is Kennesaw State gonna go on to match point? Here we go.
Yeah, so if Kennesaw State takes it, they do go into match point, and they can take the game with the next round. But you know, Siege is one of those games that you can be up 6-0.
Ooh, Nam almost getting shots off the Doozy. Doozy playing a little bit of a risky game with that DMR coming out for Lion. That thing can rip your head off. Just all he needs is one shot.
Yeah, any
gun, all you need is one shot, but like
Attackers have located a bomb.
it's a pretty accurate gun for that kind of range.
Yeah. And so Zophia's just going to hold a long angle on the rotate. Not essentially long angle, but it's just going to hold a little pixel angle on the rotate into, or in between sites. And it's going to be the normal penthouse VIP take and then push onto site. But let's see how fast they push this again, because I remember there was only 1:15 left and they were just getting into VIP. So let's see how well they can hold VIP again.
Capitao getting some good sights on a player inside. I'm pretty sure that was the smoke he was droning out there.
Yeah, I think it was. As you see, they are in penthouse now, just taking it. Oh, thought they were gonna set up their claymore there, but they didn't. I heard it go down, so it's probably at the main door.
Somebody is holding the white stairs down there, kind of waiting for that push on luggage. But Capitao with his LMG holding these sight lines instead of the line. That's Imagine getting taken down by Extrin. Advantage to Kennesaw.
And
we're going to see them.
Doozy with about 55 health. So he's half the body. So half the bullets.
And here we go. The first Lion call coming out. And it's gone. Miss Nautica taking an Extrin though. That's buck down for Kennesaw State. And we got Zofia kind of wasting some utility on those Jaeger drones.
40 seconds, and you know they are still in VIP, just pushing out, slow peeking the smoke,
Sphinx.
getting the kill on Rapid as.
Oh, and that's almost getting the pick on Miss Nautica, but no cigar. JMB's taking out Scott's. That's diffuser down. Capitao, DDG with the sightline on Hookah, but nobody is in a good position to pick up that diffuser. We got Doozy holding Aquarium, and JMB's in Hookah.
DDG repelling in, pushing this rotate hole, getting peeked by JMB's.
Miss
And
Nautica with the refrag though, and Doozy holding strong in Aquarium. St. Clair takes their 3rd round of this map, and it is 5-3 advantage to Kennesaw State. That was very, very well held by St. Clair in that hookah lounge, dropping that diffuser and not getting too excited and peeking that Capitao holding that sightline.
yeah, so again, they do take that defensive win, getting that push that they might need. But can they take the next round? Can they get the momentum going again to get them back inside the game? If they take this round, it will only be down to a 1-round deficit. So this still is a winnable game.
It looks like Nam is a really big fan of Outbreak characters, using thinking now, Six Switch comes in last second to take the Twitch. But we saw him use a Finka over on Cafe, so maybe just a fan of those Outbreak characters. Yeah, they were both very strong when they both came out. Not so strong anymore, but they're still useful, as we've seen.
Yeah. So Finka and Lion both getting a nerf. Yeah.
Yeah, and here we go, going into round 9. St. Clair College holding first floor kitchen this time.
Yeah, and I believe they held this already, haven't they?
Yes, they have.
And so probably just going to go back to their essential hold.
No, I actually don't think they have yet. I don't think they have.
I don't know. But it just looks like the basic hold that's going to happen.
They've only had 2 defensive rounds and both been in
Yes,
Hookah.
yes, that is right. Yeah.
So gonna see them hold kitchen for the first time this map. Can they keep it going? Can they keep their rally caps on and take round 4? Or
It looked like all 5 Kennesaw State players spawned at the main door. The main gate spawn. And, you know, if there was a spawn peak that ran out of that door that Capitao shooting down right now, there might have been a couple picks that could have been picked off and put them down to a deficit. But obviously that didn't happen. But 5-man spawning somewhere is kind of risky.
Kennesaw State kind of taking out what I like to call the Area 51 strat. They can't kill all of us if we run in.
Wow. I didn't think about that one. But Sledge going right on into Penthouse, not worrying about dying while dropping. And so now already sledging the hatch, getting angles onto hallways and doors, and he rotates, peeking everything he can. See that Twitch with the DMR. Really loves the DMR. Really loves the DMR. And so someone hitting a Legion mine, I believe it was a Twitch.
I thought somebody went down. It was kind of like similar sounds. But no, Nam low on health, and he's the only one who's taking damage, but so many shots coming in from that Capitao. Just wants to make sure nobody's behind those walls. No sneaky little peekers.
Yeah, so Sledge slow peeking as well as Twitch, just holding any angle they can. It doesn't look like they have any roam presence all the way upstairs. Looks like they do have a roam presence on main stairs as well as Blue Bar stairs. Or sorry, Cool Vibe stairs.
Ooh, close timing, almost seeing some...
JM Beast is down, getting called out.
Oh, the wallbang comes out and Rapid with the shotgun takes out DDG, but the crossbow fire arrow comes out and takes out JM Beast from the grave.
So Scott just trying to sledge above, getting a little bit of a wallbang from Doozy, I believe it was. And Doozy's going to just hold a little angle, waiting for someone to rotate out. And Buck's going to drop into service entrance. And Doozy's going to slow peek this.
Doozy
and gets killed by Scott.
Scott with a nice headshot on Doozy makes it even. No, gives them the advantage in this round. And we're going to see Scott hold this angle. And somebody is... Imagine, though, taking out Xtren. Going to get refragged by Nam. That DMR showing its worth. Scott taking out Miss Nautica. Nam taking out Rapid for his double kill in this round. And that's Kennesaw State taking match point.
So Kennesaw State on match point. Now, if St. Clair wants any chance at winning this game, they have to win their next, I believe it's 3 rounds.
3 rounds in a row takes them to overtime. And after that...
It just goes right to overtime. Whoever wins overtime
goes right into overtime. I'm not too sure on the overtime rules. If you are,
yeah, the overtime is it starts at 6-6. Then whoever makes it to 8 first wins the game.
Okay, we're seeing pretty similar picks coming through. There's the scoreboard showing some nice even frags all across the board. Even though it is such. Even though Kennesaw State is on match point, the kills are pretty even because a lot of the times it's come down to the wire for both teams. And we seeing Finka come out this time, unless it's going to get 6-ping.
She does have a check mark on her name, so Finka does look like she's going to be picked. And that is Finka pick.
Can't use the DMR though.
Attackers need to locate and
No, you
defuse
cannot.
as many bombs
Can't
as
use
they
the
can.
DMR this time.
No, you
So
cannot.
maybe Nam on a disadvantage this time.
I believe it's called the Spear.
Yeah.
And I forget what the LMG is called, but Nam did run the LMG on Cafe. So we'll see how or what loadout they decide to choose this round.
All right, so St. Clair down by 3. They need to win every single round just to tie it up and take it to overtime. Kennesaw State on match point. What do you want to see come out from St. Clair to claw their way back into this match?
You know what? Kennesaw State doesn't do a very, very well job on the roam clear. Even on Cafe, you saw the 2 roamers upstairs kill all 5 attackers. And so essentially, roaming with 3 operators against Kennesaw State would be crucial because it looked like they didn't know how to defend it. So
It's a very good point you put there. I didn't actually notice that. I kind of forgot how dominant St. Clair was with their roaming on Cafe. Not really coming into effect this time.
yeah, and as you saw, you know, Capitao just pre-firing every spawn peek he can, but Finka coming out and as they push down service entrance, trying to flush out all the roamers they can, getting pings on everybody.
And there we see, I think Doozy holding billiards. That was.
Yeah, Doozy was holding billiards as Mozzie, and I feel like he's gonna rotate around just to try and get the drone off of him.
Somebody is holding in Sunrise. So if we see just timing coming out. Scott, though, picking off Miss Nautica. Somebody on Cool Vibes, though, putting shots over in on Scott, but not picking up the refrag. Doozy taking out Nam, so it's even strength for both teams. And that's a nice pick coming out from Imagine to give St. Clair the advantage.
Yeah, so now they are up a man, and with Scott on 50 health, it's gonna be a hard attack to push, but we have seen it done before. And with this game, you cannot call it quits, even if it's down to a 1v4 and 1 health. I've seen it all. So this is going to be an interesting one to watch, especially with Kennesaw State on their match point.
The drone's kind of droning out St. Clair at the moment. JM Beast, though, takes out Scott. 4-2 advantage on St. Clair. St. Clair is looking strong right now. They need to keep it up. They need to keep showing this if they want to stay alive in this match.
Both Habana and IQ pushing the front side, so they don't really have to worry about a backside push, and everybody just pretty much tunnel focuses on the front side in the kitchen service area.
I'm not sure if St. Clair knows that, though. IQ hasn't been spotted out yet. So they're going to have to keep some sightlines on the back of them, probably, because they don't. And there we have Doozy not expecting the push coming from IQ. Like I said, they had no clue IQ was there.
Yeah, so the intel, because there's no default cam, is really crucial. But Habana with the diffuser pushing into sight. Ooh.
Oh, nice picks coming out from St. Clair. Imagine and Rapid coming out for 1 piece each to take them to 4-6 advantage in Kennesaw State's favor still. They're still on match point. St. Clair's still clawing their way back. What did you like to see in that round?
I liked how they eliminated each other, or not each other, but they eliminated Kennesaw State 1 by 1. They didn't peek anything they didn't need to. They didn't hold angles they didn't need to. And as you saw, Imagine on those Cool Vibe stairs saw the, I believe it was Buck in Blue Bar, and sorry, no, Zofia. It was Zofia and Blue Bar, and Imagine was peeking into Blue Bar and stopped peeking because there was return fire. And you know, being down a man because Miss Nautica was killed in Sunrise, being down that man is so crucial, just to stop peeking, rotate around, and try and get another pick. And that's what he essentially did, and came out on top.
And we see Nam taking back the Lion. So like I said, last round maybe had a little bit of a disadvantage without that trusty old DMR in his hands.
You know, for me, I don't really like DMRs because they're single tap. It's hard to aim, but for some, you know, people, it is much easier to aim than a normal gun. So, you know, everybody has their own abilities, their own strengths, their own weaknesses. So,
And we see St. Clair right back into the hookah lounge. Defensive setup. I'm pretty sure they were 1-1 so far holding this site.
yes. And default cams coming out by Maestro, giving all the intel down into
Attackers are heading out to the fuse
cool vibes or anything like that. Making rotates through aquarium into offices, and then obviously the normal site rotates. So Juicy playing his normal spot, and I'm wonder why they haven't grenaded Doozy out of his spot yet.
Yeah, I mean, he holds the same spot every round. You'd think they'd pick up on that by now.
Yeah, and you know they haven't, and it essentially costed them some rounds. And I'm not going to say that's a definite reason why, but that could be one
Sure
of the
adds up.
reasons.
And here is Sophia taking some shots. I don't know where those shots were coming from, but it forced her off of her power position. Got a little bit spooked there.
Yeah, so the luggage window is essentially where she was peeking, where those shots were coming from. Just from the main stairs, you can shoot. If you know they're on rappel, you might be able to wall bang them. But Sophia going back up on rappel, peeking the rotate hole, and I don't think they're in VIP yet. And it's about minute 45 in. Ooh.
Oh, shots from Nam though, right on Jam Beast. Precision accuracy
Yeah.
coming out.
He did get the ping. I saw the ping come out, and you could see him waiting for that ping to come out.
And they're Hibana opening up the wall from the roof, so they have good sight lines in from above.
So they are set up in a really good spot right now with the man advantage and sight lines pretty much all over the site. And it's
Sphinx sticking out. Imagine that is a 3v5 situation St. Clair is in. Will we see them claw back? C4 coming out, but it catches nothing on the balcony. St. Clair in a tough position, but I've seen them crawl back from worse. They sure can do this. And
so rapid, just trying to rotate around site, get away from those little angle peaks, shooting anything he can, getting shot from the roof, getting shot from VIP, getting shot from Cool Vibes, pinched on every little angle. Now it's down to Doozy in a 1v5 situation. Can he pick up the 5 kills he needs?
We got 35 seconds left, so he's going to need to do everything he can to keep him in. Diffuser going down. How will he do this? Oh, the lion call comes out.
Attackers are activating.
And here we go. And we're in it. He gets one. Doesn't get peeked by anybody. Going for the wall bang, but doesn't get anything. Diffuser is ticking. And he's going for those wall bang shots, but he's connecting with nothing, essentially. Almost catches someone through the wall. Gets flashed out. Another lion call coming in. And this looks like as every second comes out, it's getting a little bit tougher and tougher. He's got to get out of this position.
That utility is going to kill him in this situation. And as he pushes in, he's going to get shot from the holes that were made.
And that's Kennesaw State coming out with the 7-4 victory on Coastline. 2-0 in the matchup. So that is Kennesaw State taking the match.
Yeah, so, you know, both games, you know, essentially closer than last week, and they showed dominance in both games, but again, not coming out with the win.
All right, so after that wasn't as close of a game, but we saw St. Clair coming out with the almost comeback. They brought back about to a 4-6. Couldn't bring it all the way. Sad to see, but GG's to Kennesaw State. They played out of their mind that match.
Yeah, you know, they had a feel the first map, and they got a feel for who they play, what they play. And so coming back in that second map, 7-4 is kind of close, but Kennesaw State pulling out on top.
And that is that. So next week we have another game on Wednesday. That is the CEA, October 16th coming out. Come by. We'll probably see the two of us casting again. Just might like to see our face again and again. And we'd like to thank our observers, Yeti and Danners, for giving us the nice perspectives, the great setups that we've been casting on. And if you want to follow us on our social medias, you can catch me at my @on screen, and same with Hypers. And that will be all. Anything you'd like to add on that final, the final thoughts for that game?
Essentially, GG's to both games. Very well played both games, and it happens. Teams lose 2-0. Teams lose 2-1. Something you got to pick up. Our St. Clair team is still essentially a new team. They've been together for 5 weeks. Some of these teams in some of these leagues have been together for almost 1, maybe 2 years. So GG's to both teams, and as we grow as a team, we'll see better content.
All right. Once again, I would like to thank you for coming out and watching our insane stream that we put on, and we can't wait to see you next time. We have VR Echo Arena on tomorrow night. Come by. You will probably see me casting that, and if you just want to hear my voice, just come out and see it. I'd like to thank you, and we'll see you all later.